Good day, welcome to Multi-Net Design in the continuation of Semi-Detach Duplex that we are working on. This is what we were able to arrange in the last section by putting the last episode. We have to bring the light, you create the ceiling, how you can arrange the ceiling and make use of it and get your lighting to be part of your project. So we have done a lot with elevation. So we decide to base our attention on the elevation by creating so many things together on the elevation. So in this episode, what we want to do is that we want to create sheets, at least arrange all these things in a sheet for a regular proportion. So how do we do that? I think I've saw some how to create a sheet for yourself on some of my tutorial, but it does not matter. In this project, I'm going to come back to it and still talk about it. So while you are creating sheets, why most of what you are doing might disappear, like this section now, if I create it for heat and I rescale it, you may not see this section again. So all those things I'm going to explain in detail. So let us go. So if you have a project here being arranged, what you need first is let everything be on a proper documentation like this, and like this. So after which you have all these things in place, what else do you need to do? You now need to go to, so if you have a section which is okay, one section is okay for now. So what you do is that you go to sheet, you click on the sheet like this. How do you bring it? So you right click and you say new sheet. New sheet is going to tell you this is a defined one that okay, we have a1 matrix. That's because I'm using architectural matrix here. So it's telling me that I have a1 matrix. So if you are not using matrix, they make big build another thing. So maybe every other thing that the Revit might be prescribed. So if you like this one, you click OK. If you do not want it, you can go to click load and go and get more library for yourself. Like I said, so I'm going to go to my matrix library where I used to keep my something since ages. So I will go to library. So at the library now, where I will go to title block. From the title block, I'm going to see a different kind of title block for the paper sheet that I want to use to work. So I'm going to use A3. So A3 is what I want to use to do my work. So we have different kind of A3 blank. So we have A3 normal that we have some annotate, and A4 anything you want to do. So A3 there. Some of these I created myself because I want to be using them for my phone purpose. So I'm going to use this A3 matrix. So I'm going to click that. If your region is practicing A0, it depends, you pick it. If A1 you pick it. So for mine, I'm using A3. So I'm going to click this and say open. So this one is upgrading. So A3 is here. I'll just say okay, and definitely it comes out for me. So this is Autodesk www. So A3, that's a predefined one. So the beautiful aspect of it is that all this one have been labeled. You can label them according to what you want to do. So just like label this one, maybe you call it first floor. As you are changing this, it's going to be what automatically upgrading itself. Now the beautiful thing is that you can edit this one as well. So if you don't want this Autodesk again, you want to put your own customized company name, is allowed. All you just need to do is to click like this and say this family, and you click on edit the family and to come like this. So from here you just say let's just quickly change this one. So I'm going to remove this one. Is a picture based something, so you put picture there, you can just delete it, you don't need it. So what do? So you can just like copy any of this, or you pick your own to bring the annotates. So like this one now, just go to create. So you just like come here, say text. So you just type it and call it what? Let's just call it Multi-Nest. So Multi-Nest design, I do that. So I will change the scale the normal way you used to do with the annotates. So you just say Multi-Nest, click here and say edit type. So what I do here, change the text, and we just change it to like 6. So apply. Can you see? So it's jump up, and I prefer it that way. So you can just like bold whatever you want to do. Let me just say underline. I want to make it change the, if you want to change that, change it. If you want to make it bold, you make it bold. So it's like that. So that is Multi-Nest for you. And when you click here, you see using the same something with this one. Just click on this one and you say duplicate. So what you do here, just say duplicate, and then let's say duplicate 2. So you reduce this one back to 2, and then you use no bold and no underline. So this one will go back to its previous something. So you select everyone that have the same issue and just say 2.2. So you select this one too and you say 2.2, I mean 2 of 2. You do the same thing here too and say 2 of 2. So you see that everything is back to normal concerning that. So arc of this, all this one does not matter. It depends on the way you have arranged them. So you see this case here, as we are doing this case are going to work automatically. So what you need to do, say load into project. So you say override the existing fashion. Can you see? So that is gone. So now let us now be bringing those documents into the sheets. How do you do that? The first thing we want to bring, it does not matter how you want to do it. So we just like, I want to bring my first floor, which is a level 1. So just click it and drag and drop. So when you click drag and drop, it's there automatically. So it's automatically being fixed, and you don't bother yourself about anything except that you want to scale it. So you fix this one into space, you double click, you can continue to do editing whatsoever you want to do from this sheet on. It does not matter any longer, since it has been in the sheet. It's already been recognized by the plan floor view. So you arrange that and you just click on come here and say show the crop. So crop it completely, then crop it completely like this. So you do that and you double click, and then you have done what you need to do. You can just like hide the cropping again. So as you've done with that, you click this one so that you remove this big line. You can arrange this big line by just like picking them and push it everywhere you want to push it, but it does not matter. It doesn't have any value. So the best I used to do is that I used to hide them. So I don't need them, no title, so let it disappear. So you can do that and have your peace of mind. Now you go to level 2 and you click on more sheets. So when you click like that, you can always come here to come and click more sheets. You can't duplicate it. This one does not give room for duplication. So you can click on more sheets. Then you do the same thing by dragging this to this place as well. You arrange it, then you double click like we did that time. So crop completely, crop completely, crop completely, crop completely. So as you do that, just like arranging it, bring it here, then double click again, whatever you want to do, just like arrange it that way. So click this one to disappear. So while you go here outside, you must click outside so that you go back to the seat position. So sorry, my multiness is not correct, so let me quickly edit that. Multi next. Okay, so I load it back for right. Good. So you can do editing whatsoever you want to do like that. So click here. I'm going to just say okay, no title block. So like that. So as you have done that one, you can now click and start having many, just like having as many as possible, as many as possible. So you can just have them in a multiple in that way. So like I said to you, having this size depends on the region. Our country, Nigeria, this is what we always have to do. So the beautiful thing is that this is that if you change this owner name, it's going to reflect in everyone. So let me just click it, owner name, just say Mr. James A. So when you click that, everywhere you go to, the owner name is going to automatically change. So let's say project name can click on project name, just click once and say propose residential design. So like that. So that is it. When you look at it from here now, everywhere is automatically. So the only problem you're going to be having is this particular one. So what are those things you need to do here? Like this, you can change the name from here. You can change the name from here. So the moment you change the name from here, it's going to automatically change here. So this one is going to be what? Ground floor plan. Let me just use capital letter to do that. So ground floor plan. So you see, automatically change from what? From this sheet pilot here. So the same thing you do here, you continue like that, do like that. So automatically you are seeing the number of the floor being changed, arranged particularly from one after the other. So if you don't want it, if you want to customize your own, you can change this letter, then to continue updating itself according to the way everything is being done here. So that's what we want to do here. And then as I've put this one here, I will name it and call it first floor plan. So that is it. Now what I want to do here quickly before I move to the next thing, so let me arrange this one as one section. I will bring one section. Let me bring this section into it. Okay, because I still want to work on them later. So let me bring a front elevation into this. So south elevation now is my front elevation. So I will put it here. So let me just I don't want all this south and things like that to be reflected. So I'm going to do this. I don't want. So this one is gone. So one thing about sheets is that you can still draw on this one like your baseline. Let me quickly do that by saying annotate, then use your detail line. From here you draw and put it here. So it's snap to the ground plan. So if you want it to be multiple, just right click and say override graphics fashion. So by elements. So what do? Change the line width alone. So increase it to, let me say, like it depends on, you can change to 16. You can. So I just want to use 7 or 8. Let me use 8 so that it will have. Let me use 9 so that you have a clear view. So as you are doing it, just as it disappear, what you just need to do is to toggle all this one. You toggle, you can use to become a thick line. So the base is now red. So that is how you create your whatever you want to create. Now I want to go back to the ground floor plan. As I said, the scale is scale 1 to 100. If I change the scale here, something will happen. Look at the section line. You see something there now. Click here and say scale. This is where you customize your scale. So you come to scale here. I say let me change to scale 200. Arrange it back. What did you see? Did you see the section again? That is the problem. Whenever some people do that and they say, okay, we are not seeing the section line that we do again. Not that the section disappears. Section is still mostly available because it's different graphics of its own. But this particular one is not visible again. It's still showing on this one because it didn't maintain the same scale. But the moment you are changing scale, that is going to be what? Removed. So the best thing you do is that you work according to, you must have arranged all your work on the sheet, on the ground floor, no, a normal ground floor plan before you categorically change the scale. Because if you do not do that, the scale is going to change and it's going to affect everything. It shows that the scale actually affects all the letterings, all the letters that we have written here. So I'm going returning back to level 1, where I'm going to do the needful. So here now, this one is too small for me. So what I just want to do, I don't do customize. If you want to customize is to climb and click on customize. The scale value below will change. So to customize here, I want to use scale 1 to 120. So it will change. Good, because I'm using it because I don't want to be editing all this one. So what will I do now? I will go back to, I just double click. When you double click, go to section and draw a new section. When you draw a new section, you are going to be seeing it. Yeah, so when you see that, you see the new section. So you click, that is what you do. Then you go back to the level 2. Is it reflecting? The answer is they are there as well because they are maintaining that scale 200. So this is the new section you have drawn. which is there for you. So let us see whether something will happen when we have it here. So since we are doing that scale in slice 1 to something, so let us reduce it. If we come here and say 120, what will happen? So it's only one that maintained because it was the reference to that 120 scale, so it maintains this one because we are using the same scale. But the older one that was drawn on the scale 1 to 100 is disappear from this one. It's not that it's not going to, it's not available. It's available, but it's not visible because this is the section 2 that we drew. Can you see? So that is what I try to explain, so that when you are drawing the scale, when you draw something on the sheet and you try to draw the section, and at the same time you are not seeing the section again, you start complaining that okay, maybe it's disappeared. It's actually disappeared, but not that it's not going to be visible. It's just that the scale are not compatible. That was the reason why he has to remove himself from the view, so that you'll be able to rearrange yourself. So we're done with this one. So as we have done this, there's nothing you cannot bring to the sheet. So even the 3D, let us bring this 3D here and you arrange it like that. So this one is going to be here and you are seeing what you need to see. So that is it. So this is the beauty aspect of what we want to do, and this is the aspect of what we want to create everything about now. So at this junction, you just need to change this one. You can change this one and call it perspective. So that is it. So you do the same thing by removing it if you want to remove this one. At the same time, you can still change the name here if you want to. Just call this one to perspective. So if you like the way it was, you like that annotate, and you like the graphics the way it's, you can make use of the graphics. Just reduce the size, things like that. So you can go like that, reduce the size, change the figure by rearranging, move it away, move it close. So it still depends on you, on your choice. So that is just what I want to say concerning this sheet. So we are not going to do much than this one on this particular project. So what do? We are able to arrange, talk about the section line on the ground floor plan, talk about the arrangement of this, how you can edit your sheets, so things like that. So call this one, you can call it section. It's going to automatically update from the other side. So that is what happened. Section, good. So that is it. So every other thing you do, like the elevation, you do them the way it's supposed to be done, Mr. James, all those things. So the dates, you arrange them on your own according to your practice and the method in which you want to use and present to your clients. So that is what I want to teach from this one. You can still have more sections mixing up together. So that is it. So we'll see you in the next tutorial where we are going to be talking about the detail